Hey, yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Flashpoint, Emperor Aquaman, number 2. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, Emperor Aquaman is one of the few spin-off titles that I am getting for Flashpoint. Now, I have to say, issue number 1 was quite enjoyable. It wasn't perfect for this series itself, but it did a good job at establishing the characters, the plot, their motivation, and what they want to do. It had a nice bit of action there, the art was good, and it was enjoyable. What more do you need to know? So, going into issue number 2, I did actually have higher than average expectations. See, when I go into any kind of form of media or fictional media, like comics, movies, video games, television shows, I try the best I can to have a neutral opinion, neutral expectations. If I have high expectations and the comic doesn't do as well, then I'm disappointed. But on the flip side, if I have low expectations and the comic does really good, then I'm surprised. And while it is good to be surprised and enjoy something, even if your expectations is low, I try the best I can to go in with a neutral opinion. It's the best way for me to judge something based on it solely for what it is, not because I had any kind of opinions or expectations going into it. So the question is this: will Emperor Aquaman be as good as issue number 1, if not better? Will it follow the trail that Batman Night of Vengeance has been doing as a great series? Or will it just fall apart and we have to wait till issue 3 to see how good it is? We're just going to have to wait and see. So let's get into the story itself. Issue 2 picks up exactly where issue 1 leaves off. Duh! In that Aquaman is preparing a strike force to attack Wonder Woman and kill her. Why? Because, well, Wonder Woman and Aquaman don't like each other. See, the thing about Aquaman series and Wonder Woman series is to get the full experience, you kind of have to read them side by side. In Wonder Woman and the Furies number 1, we find out exactly why Aquaman and Wonder Woman don't like each other. They blame each other for other stuff. See, there's actually a coup, a conspiracy going on in the background to pit Wonder Woman and Aquaman against each other. So right now they're at war with each other and they really want to kill each other. Aquaman especially wants to kill Wonder Woman, so he sends a strike force or assassins to take her out. These assassins get only so far before Wonder Woman figures out exactly what's going to happen, and she releases her furies on Aquaman as well as herself. Who are these Furies? Well, they're the likes of Cheetah, Huntress, Hawkgirl, people in the DC universe that were females that are quote-unquote predators. So, who will win? Aquaman or Wonder Woman? Who is really the stronger of the two superheroes? Or will these two find out that, well, they're getting played against each other? And if that's so, will they work together for a common good? You're just going to have to wait and see. Let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, the art was good, and we got a little bit more background of Aquaman, what brought him on to this course of life. His origin story is roughly the same, except for after his father raises him, around the age of 13, he's taken away from his father. His father's murdered, and he's taught in the Atlantean ways, so he becomes kind of a barbarian. He sees compassion and patience and all that stuff to be, well, fruitless. You know, the meek doesn't inherit the earth. It's the strong and the powerful. So he becomes the Aquaman we know and love in this series. In addition to that, we find out that Mera did have something going with Aquaman. They were king and queen. However, Mera was killed. I wonder by whom. And Aquaman is holding it against that person to this day. And I don't even know why I'm trying to be secretive about it. You guys probably already know who it is. So it's good that we get a little bit more of a backstory on what made Aquaman what he is. And the art was good, and the story kind of set things up nicely for the third issue. Bad. To be honest, this was kind of boring. There was no action at all. Well, there was a little action, but not enough for me to stay interested. There was a lot of setup, but maybe too much setup. There was a lot of talking, but maybe too much talking. For example, Aquaman's backstory is told in probably 4 to 5 pages. That's 4 to 5 pages that we could have used for other things. You could have easily told us what Aquaman's backstory was in this universe in a page or at the most 2. You don't need to go into 4+ pages to talk about how Aquaman became, well, the kind of asshole he is today. So I was a little disappointed in that. I was a little disappointed in the lack of action, and on the whole, it was a little bit boring. on a whole, whether or not you get it. Well, although the issue itself really wasn't that good, it does set up the third issue very nicely because there is going to be a confrontation between Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and I must admit I am eager to see exactly what happens. Will the two of them fight each other and have a climactic battle between neutral and neutral? I guess they're both neutral. Or will the two of them have to work together to take out the people that are really behind what's going on? So, well, I don't recommend this as an issue alone. I do recommend this so that it does set up the third issue. But be warned, it really isn't that good. Not that good at all. It's not horrible, but it's just a setup issue. And with that information, I think you'll enjoy it a little bit better than I did. So with that said, I'm going to end this review here. Emperor Aquaman issue number 2, not Emperor 2. Emperor Aquaman issue number 2, it really wasn't that good, but it'll help out for the third issue. That said, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.